Now, students, we will wrap up our today's lesson by watching a video of the story that we have read today. And at the end, I'm going to discuss what moral lesson we have got from this story. Are you ready to watch it? All right.
The Enormous Turnip, retold by Irene Yates. Once a man came out to his garden with his turnip seeds and his hoe. He dug and he delved, and he set his seeds in a row. He cared for his seeds and watered them well, and the turnip seeds began to swell. At last the turnips began to grow. They got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the man with the hoe said, "So we'll have turnips for breakfast and lunch and for tea, and it's turnips for supper too, thanks to me." One of the turnips, the best of the lot, began to take over the whole of his plot. It grew bigger and bigger every day. It was huge. It was vast. It was enormous. The other poor turnips got out of its way. The man was baffled, but he kept on hoeing, and the enormous turnip kept on growing. The man thought it must be time at last to pull the turnip, but it just stuck fast. "Come and help heave," called the man to his wife. The man pulled the turnip, and the wife pulled the man, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. "Come and help heave," called the wife to a boy. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. "Come and help heave," called the boy to a girl. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. "Come and help heave," called the girl to a dog. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, the dog pulled the girl, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. "Woof! Come and help heave," called the dog to a cat. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, the dog pulled the girl, the cat pulled the dog, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. "Meow! Come and help heave," called the cat to a mouse. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, the dog pulled the girl, the cat pulled the dog, the mouse pulled the cat, and the enormous turnip shot right out with a thud and a thwack and a thump, and they all fell back with a bump, bump, bump. Meow! Then it was turnip for breakfast and lunch and for tea, and turnip for supper, and oh dearie me, the turnip's so good that they can't get their fill, and it's just so enormous they're eating it still.
So students, I hope that by after watching the video of whatever we have learned, whatever we have read today, you would be able to remember this story. Okay. Students, the three moral lessons that we get from this story is: number one, helping each other is very good. Number two, when we work in team, when we work together, we achieve our target, we achieve what we desire. And number three, God always answers the prayers of you. Okay. Because as you can see that when this old boy asked of God that please give a good fruit for this vegetable, then he made him to get a very good fruit. But for getting good fruit, for getting your prayers to be answered, you have to work really hard, just as this old man worked hard. All right, students, I hope that you have liked this lesson today and learned this lesson. And till the next lesson, you have to stay safe and stay at your homes. Okay, students, Allah Hafiz.